Alright, sorry about not posting anything about my build until now. I got one of her feet put together. I'm currently in the process of getting her foot put together, or at least parted out. But if I flip this little cover over, you can kind of see the reinforcement I did inside her leg and whatnot. Now, of course, I'm actually going to try and somewhat show what I did on this leg with this one, so I'm going to try and keep this video short. But yeah, and I'm currently watching SpaceX Live, so they're just letting the rocket just coast for about 45 minutes or so. So I'm just going to just have the music that they're playing in the background as I actually build this other leg here. Now it's going to take longer than 45 minutes to actually put this leg together, sadly. It's most likely going to take me at least 4 hours or so to put this leg, the other foot together. That's if I don't take any breaks, or like a occasional bathroom break and whatnot. But even though this is just one piece, this one piece takes a long time to do because of all the reinforcements I have to build inside it to be able so this thing can actually support all the weight and whatnot. So there's a lot of stuff that I need to worry about when it comes to building these things, and weight and a superstructure is one of them. So hopefully I'll be able to somewhat show how I built the superstructure inside this thing. But for right now, I'm just going to finish parsing out the leg right here. So let's see. Alright, so I got the base built. It's coming along just fine. But as you can tell, I have a bunch of wooden supports right here to actually hold the thing together. I'm going to put another batch of supports here. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to form this section here, which is actually this piece right here, which is the top area right here to here. And once I get this all formed out, I'm going to hot glue it onto here, add some reinforcements onto that, and make sure that's nice and strong. And then once I actually get this form properly done, I'm going to actually go back in and reinforce this whole section here and do the same thing. It's pretty much what I did on the original one. So yeah. And of course the wooden supports here are to make it so it's nice and flat and whatnot, and again so it can actually withstand the amount of weight that there's going to be on the actual foot here and whatnot. Now the only reason why I haven't give me a second. The only reason why I haven't actually added in some reinforcements right here is because I still have to build the legs and whatnot. And that's also the reason why I haven't cut this section out, is because again I'm waiting to build the legs before I actually go and cut everything and build all the reinforcements, because I want to make sure that the legs I attach will be properly made and whatnot. So yeah, I'll come back when I think I have something to show again. Alright, so this is how far I've gone with the foot now. I actually forgot to come in when I was actually building this section and whatnot, because I got too engrossed in putting this section together to remember that I wanted to record what I was doing. But I can still show what I pretty much did. So as you can tell, I have wooden popsicle sticks on the very top right here, and same thing right here. And of course I have a little secondary batch of popsicle sticks that are actually bridging the gaps. And just that simple little, this simple little design is enough to actually add reinforcements to this thing to be nice and sturdy. But as you can tell, I also had a wooden popsicle stick straight downwards, both on this section here and this section here. And that's because what I've learned in the past with these builds is that if they're front heavy, there'll be a lot of force placed on this crease right here. It doesn't matter what character I'm building, but whenever there's a crease like this on the foot, this section right here is very, very susceptible to damage and breaking, because again there is so much weight being put on this little area that just basically just warps the whole thing and basically makes the character I'm working on very unstable and prone to fall over. So to remedy this problem with Minmay, I put again these little straight pieces here to more or less just reinforce these areas and stop them from collapsing. And I'm putting a lot of force down on this thing. Believe it or of course I really can't show how much force I'm actually doing because, I mean, you just gotta take my word for it. I'm putting a lot of force on these, and this is pretty much not budging. And of course I'm doing a ring on everything else. And of course these right here act as a bracing too to help bring the load down to the heels and whatnot. It's hard to explain exactly how I build these things because this type of stuff, when it comes to the load forcing and whatnot, comes very, very naturally to me. So I'm guessing the most simplest design I can think of is I'm building this thing like a skyscraper or whatnot, because with those things there's a bunch of structural load beams that gotta be figured out how to do everything properly before building. But I build the superstructures as I go along. Again, I don't know how to properly do these type of videos. I try to keep them short, but I ramble too often. And explaining stuff like this is difficult for me because, like I said before, it just comes naturally to me. So, to try to make these videos shorter, I'm going to stop where I am right now and come back most likely when I actually get the whole thing put together. Alright, so I got both feet more or less put together. I've yet to fully commit to the superstructure, and that's because I want to make sure I want to see how the legs slot into the feet. So that's why there's some inconsistencies. As you can tell, this section is a little more wide, and this section is a tad bit more narrow. But luckily, since I haven't fully committed to a superstructure, I can easily just freeform it and get it to the actual dimensions I need. But for right now, I'm just leaving it as is because I need to make the legs. Now, unfortunately, I'm actually out of jumbo popsicle sticks, and I only have like 4 or 5 hot glue sticks to work with. So it's going to be a few days until I can get the parts until I can get more hot glue sticks, more jumbo popsicle sticks. I actually also need more cardstock and maybe a new pair of scissors. So there's a few more things I need to get before I can actually fully get back to putting this thing together. But for right now, this is where I'm at. So I'm going to take a small few-day break and get all the other parts I need parceled out on the pieces of paper and whatnot, and get them ready for when I need to print out. I can just hit the print button and we're good to go. So I think that's pretty much it for this video. So I guess I can say I'm officially starting this build.